This is another kind of useful exploratory data analysis technique where we have some bands. We want to understand the relationship between different bands. So in this case, we are starting on the script 2A here. We have a Sentinel-2 composite with 12 different bands. So we have this region here, and we have the Sentinel-2 image. Let me inspect this. We have the different pixel values. These are the reflectant values in band 1 through band 12. I want to know within this region, what is the relationship between two bands? How are they correlated? So band 8 and band 3, how are they correlated? And I want to create a scatter plot of those two bands. So band 8 goes in x-axis, band 3 goes in y-axis. And I want to plot those values of this each other. So we need to extract those pixel values. We can't extract every pixel, we'll just do a random sample so we get a fair idea. So first we'll just do a random sample. We'll say, take this and run this function sample. So we'll say sample this from the geometry. Scale will be 10. We'll extract, let's do 100 pixels for now. And you can see this is what our extracted feature looks like. We have the value of band 3 and band 8 at one random point. And we have 100 such points, and we can create a plot from this. So the samples that we got is a feature collection. So if you now want to plot this, we need to use some charting function for feature collections. So we have this 100 points. Let's chart it. Let's see what functions are available to us. We now have to look at the UI chart.feature. So these are the different functions for the feature. That means plot each feature. So if you have 100 features, plot each feature on my chart. So this is what we want to do. We want to plot 100 points and show the distribution of those. So let's just use this one. So feature by feature. And say what feature you want to chart. We'll just say this is our samples. X property, we'll put V3, and Y property V8. And we'll print. And we'll have to set the chart type. This will give a line chart by default. We'll just say scatter chart. So you see this is the scatter plot, each value, and you can see all the points have this kind of distribution. Band 8, band 3 are related in this way. Let's just make it a little bit better. We'll just do point size. We'll change the marker to be triangle marker. And you can see now we have this points plotted on our distribution. Now we want to do something a little more interesting. So instead of just understanding the distribution of the points between these two things, we want to understand how is this distribution different for points of different classes. I chose this band 8 and band 3 because water has a very different reflectance in band 8 and band 3 compared to non-water. So can we understand what is the relationship between these bands in water pixels versus non-water pixels? And you can see I chose this region where I have some water body and non-water body. So can I sample 50 points from water, 50 points from non-water, and plot that and see how is the distribution different? And now you know how to do this. We just need a classification of water versus non-water, right? So we are going to get this data for global surface water. This is a data set that has classified Landsat images for last 40 years. And you have those images available in your Earth Engine as a collection. So this is the GSW yearly collection. You just extract the image for the particular year. and we create a water versus non-water image. So if I run this, you'll get an image which is already ready to use, which is classified this region into water versus non-water. And this is a global image. You can do this anywhere in the world. So you can see these blue ones are the water pixels as classified by the global surface water. So now I have my image, I have the classes. I want to get 50 points from water, 50 points from non-water. Well, I can just say, take my image bands, add the water bands, do stratified sample. And my class band is water. So now if I look at this, I'll get my samples where I get 50 points from each class, 50 points from water, 50 points from non-water. Okay. And this is what my output feature looks like. I have band 3, band 8 in the class. Water is 0 or 1. Okay. So I could do the stratified sample from adding this water band to this data. Now I want to create a similar chart, but now I want to color each point differently. If it's class 0, I will give it a different color. If it's class 1, I'll give it a different color. Okay. So let's create my chart. So we'll do UI.chart feature. Now, if you just plot all features, it'll just plot all 100 points. But we have this one more function, feature.groups. So if you have a group where you want to plot certain points and assign it one series, another points goes to a different series. So you can plot using this function. So we can use this one. So let's say what features we want to plot. Let's say samples, X property. On X-axis, we want band 8, what band 3, Y property band 8. So for that, what is the series property? How do we group the features into different places, different values? So we'll just say series properties contained in this property called water. Zeros go in a separate series, ones go in a separate series. And let's just set this chart type and options and plot this. So you can see now I have the red ones are non-water, blue ones are water. And you can see water has a very low reflectance in those bands. Non-water is high reflectance. That's what this chart is showing us. So instead of giving us a single chart like this, now we have plotted this based on the class here. And each of this is a series. So now you can customize how this 0 looks, the red ones looks versus how blue ones look. You can assign different point shape, different size, and so on. Okay. Let's set some other options. So I'm going to just copy paste some options here and explain this to you. So we can do that. So you can see now this one is, I've customized it. I've added some legend values. Each one is a series. So series 0 is water, series 1 is non-water. So I can customize how each of those looks.